Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today, I like to refer to as a legend. Eddie Lugo Studios seems to stream just about every single day. Him and his wife Alice will go on several cruises or traveling when they can, and they host a lot of StreamYard panels where a lot of creators will join them. Eddie has been literally a force both inside the Tuber Chat family and outside as somebody who gets a lot of people together. So you will definitely meet more friends anytime you're around his channel. The reason why I'm putting it up today, first of all, he's been a friend of many years, but secondly, he celebrated a birthday yesterday, and I was lucky enough to have caught him with CNS Travel, and then CNS sent me a message on Facebook over there to let me know that it was his birthday. And I always appreciate that kind of thing. You know, none of us can keep track of every channel that we're following, everybody's first names, everybody's birthdays, and things like that. But we learn more and more as time goes on. So I hope everybody will head over to Eddie Lugo Studios channel, check out his travel videos, and give him some birthday love. He's got the latest video here from a couple days ago, which is a little bit different, but a perfect video to connect with, because we're always talking about connecting with 3-minute videos, watching them from beginning to end, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment, giving a thumbs up, and then subscribing and turning the notification bell on. We always set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams. You notice I'm setting all his notifications right now, regardless of start time, hoping we can catch them. And there it is, the one that he did yesterday that I was lucky enough to be able to catch. So hopefully everybody, like I said, will connect with Eddie Lugo Studios. And there's one of our mutual friends right there, PK Adventure Travels. They do a lot of live streaming as well, and a lot of these creators get together for a lot of the StreamYard panels that I talk about. And it's one of the biggest or best ways that you can grow your channel rapidly, by being featured on other people's channels. Because what will happen is you'll gain likely a handful of not just subscribers, but their most supportive supporters, right? And then that helps to give your channel the strong and solid foundation that we talk about here all the time with everything else that we're doing. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. PK Adventure Travels took a cruise as well, so they'll have some new footage for sure. And then Shante G My Life, good to see you in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, just please correct me. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. I've got quite a few names on our spinning wheel here. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. Michael's Adventures is also here. They're both beloved and dedicated moderators, two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube now. And then quite a few more names here: Blessed to Crochet, Crafty Witch 232, Butler Family Farm, and PK Adventure Travels, like I mentioned. I'm just going to get Desert Living on there as well. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Over the course of the stream, I will spin that wheel. That determines what channel we're going to look at next. We'll look at as many as we can in the next 3 hours. And over time, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So everybody has a chance to be on the wheel or the screen. And then sometimes we let people skip the line, like the Groves Bargain Emporium Steph. She gifted a membership before we even started. She's a silver member on this channel. And what that means is that we see her channel every single day, whether or not we're pardon me, whether or not she's here in the chat. And the reason why is because you see the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. All of our silver and gold members are in there. So I hope everybody will connect with her. We'll talk about her content in a second. Have Fun in Nature is here. Wheats Art is in the house. They're streaming all the time. I caught them yesterday. Holla6448 is here as well. They're fairly new, but they've been engaging here in the community, for which I'm grateful. I've got them on the wheel. And then Anfield Road, Layout in the Loft is here. Andre Southgate is a longtime friend who brings prize fighting on his channel. And then PK Adventure Travels, Ryan and Mel. Ryan's going to try to get some more footage happening. December's a busy time for everyone. Not to mention, I know so many people who were not well, like under the weather and this and that. It's taken weeks to get over it. Not myself, though, luckily. Jory Game Bites, good to see you in the house. And I know we had a couple of new channels in here before we even started. I'm unsure who's still with us. Lisa J. Stocks might be here. Ace Flaw 1 is here. That's a friend of probably 6 years by now. But the key to everything here in Tuber Chat, for anybody that is new or fairly new, it all comes down to giving much more than you expect to receive from others and making the first move, reaching out to other creators, doing all the things you wish they would do for you, knowing that after you've done that, they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Big Dude 1234 brings spiritual inspiration on his channel. And we're going to talk about what the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is doing. So she's just got a few videos on the front page, a bit of random content here, shorts on the channel, and she's putting out more and more of these, but these are starting to really move at 1,200 and 1,300 views, which is great to see. Live streams are where the magic happens on this channel, and you see her often with Dawn's channel. She's got other friends that join on StreamYard panels and things like that. But what they do more often than anything else is live auction style sales, and it's really cool to know that a lot of that kind of format or content, if we want to put it that way, is becoming more and more popular on different platforms. As a matter of fact, there are a couple of platforms. I wish I could remember the name of the other one. Whatnot is one where people are doing live sales in a similar way. And then there's one on Solana, and I can't remember what on earth it's called. I'll try to figure it out. But these are really cool, and it's great to know we've got quite a few friends in the Tuber Chat family, including the Groves Bargain Emporium Steph, that had the foresight to be doing these things earlier. So you know what I mean when she's putting things on the screen, and people can bid live in the stream, which is really, really cool. And they do this for like hours, almost every day. And Mr. Steph is a great supporter as well. They are not only in the chats, they hop into the streams, and they're out supporting other people as well. I always think that that's an extra special thing. One of probably the biggest complaint I've had on YouTube over the last 8 years is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily? And I think it makes it that more extra special when we do see combinations of cousins or friends or married couples and things like that. There's plenty of different examples out there, both here in the Tuber Chat family and outside as well. PK Adventure Travels is doing something interesting right now and dropping a super chat for Jeremy from Hats on a Mission. And he's part of Cruising is Fun Anytime. Jeremy and Cheryl have been dear friends for a long, long time and great supporters. So we're going to look at PK Adventure Travels right after Hats on a Mission, which we'll look at right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Just Jason Keto's in the house, another beloved and dedicated moderator, a fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away from me, actually. Jen Palazzo from Palazzo Place is in the house, a very enthusiastic creator, for which I'm grateful. Diamond Painting Yotun, I didn't say hello, but I know you've been here for a while, so thank you for being here. And then thank you, Shantae G, My Life. We will talk a little bit about YouTube. Sometimes questions and comments come up that we like to brush on with either tips or tricks or our own experiences and things like that. The idea is not for me to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I continue to learn every day. I aspire to be better every day. But what we can do is share information with each other. And I will do the same thing, and then we can add it to what we already know and what we're going to continue to learn, and then hopefully improve with our videos and our channels. Fire, Dr. Ninja Turtle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Shangy Girl 9184 is in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another longtime friend as well. My Tennessee Sky, good to see you here. That's another longtime friend. Trying to stay warm, yes. I live in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, not too far from Toronto. And we went through quite a bit of snow this week and some really brutal temperatures. Today was a little bit better at about 4 Celsius degrees under freezing. I was almost happy for that. And it's funny, for those of us who have to experience snow for a few months of the year, everybody will agree with me, but the temperature actually warms up by a few degrees while it snows and then drops again as soon as it stops. It's really interesting. I never did look up why that happens. Hats on a Mission is a channel with a very special message. This is Jeremy from Cruising is Fun Anytime, and what he's doing here is hand making hats for the homeless, and he does this all the time. I just caught him for a live stream yesterday, and like I said, him and his wife have been dear friends for a long time, both generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. I hope everybody will connect with Jeremy here, just because, like I said, this channel has such a special purpose and message. So he's getting close to 500 subscribers over here already, and quite a few shorts on the channel, which is great to see. I'm just going to put up their other channel. They got quite a few, actually, but Cruising is Fun Anytime is where Jeremy and Cheryl will bring us a lot of their travel. And we have talked together on at least one StreamYard panel. I can't remember how many times we've been together. I feel like I've been on multiple, or at least a couple of streams with them, but I might be mistaken. I can see I'm behind with their videos, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the longer of the two videos. I know you're already monetized, but why not, right? So I'm going to put this into a special playlist I use called My Catch-Up List. It's a fun name for a playlist that helps me keep or get caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that, of course. Of course, they're monetized as well, and we can see that Cheryl's doing some unboxings here. Otherwise, they're going to bring us into their home, give us a chance to get to know them, or take us out on travels and cruising. And both generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, like I was saying. So thank you again, PK Adventure Travels. That's Ryan and Mel, and they dropped a super chat just so that we would look at Jeremy's special channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And thank you, everybody, for that. I know sometimes people are saying hello, Kevin, personal hello messages in the chat. I always skip over them while I see them, so thank you for that. I'm always wanting to skip ahead and focus on whatever else I can catch in the chat. I miss so much, but if anybody needs to catch me specifically with anything in particular, just please add 3 thumbs up to your message, or at mention Super Chat Connect and Grow. And then, yeah, thank you, Shangy Girl. And Blessed to Crochet is in the house. I mentioned them earlier because I've got them on the wheel. They're a member here, but they're going to drop a premiere right after Tuber Chat. There's a couple things going on tonight. It's Wednesday in the Eastern time zone. Michael's Adventures will be dropping his premiere right at 8 p.m. at the same time as Blessed to Crochet, and she's got what I think is an interview actually as a premiere. Yeah, live from the snow belt. That's just Jason Keto's theme for tomorrow, probably on his live stream. PK Adventure Travels is on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, as you can see from their banner here, and Jason is on at 7:30. Crafty Witch 232 is on almost daily at 9 p.m. Michael's Adventures is on every day at 3 and 8 p.m. And then BH Road Stories, good to see you in the house. My Quiet Corner is here. Thank you for coming in. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting has got to be happy. I know I keep saying this, but my dear goodness, the run that Silver and Gold have had this year has just been remarkable. And then good for anybody keeping up with Butler Family Farm, it's good to know that Jerry's doing well. And then PK Adventure Travels, we're going to talk about, this is Ryan and Mel, like I was saying, Ryan and Melinda. They do travel, but from the perspective of travel agents. So they'll bring us really in-depth room tours, ship tours. They talk about excursions and amenities. They also do a lot of RV camping, and they bring us along for that. They give us a lot of tips and tricks for all of the different content that they make. But Ryan also has a series of informative videos, almost like news here, where he talks about interesting things that have happened in the travel industry, usually cruising, but travel nonetheless. And things we can definitely learn from to be prepared for if we're going to be thinking about some serious travel for ourselves. So I see they got a couple things here. They got a premiere coming up. That is a few weeks from now, but I've got the notification on for that. They got a really short video that they just put out, but I'm going to take the one they did the other day and I'm going to put that into that catch-up list that I was talking about. And this is how I can somewhat keep caught up or get caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel feature more of the same with a bit of random content at 12,000 and even 29,000 on a newer shorts video that they've put up. And then live streams, like I said, they're on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. They took a little bit of a break over the holidays, but they've already been back. So we'll be looking forward to that tomorrow. And they have a wonderful back and forth between them. I was taken away with the channel right away as soon as I watched my first ship tour from them, because they do such a thorough job. Even when they're doing videos that are like over 20 minutes long, it is all literally meat and potatoes, easy to watch, and informative and fun at the same time. So hopefully everybody will connect, like I said. And Ryan Parker Studios is a complimentary channel that Ryan has set up. He's doing a lot of live streaming over here. Like I mentioned, he's on with Eddie Lugo Studios and a few other people regularly. I'm just going to set notifications for those live streams here. And then he's got shorts on this channel as well. A lot of cooking as well. I keep forgetting that Ryan does all this cooking, except when I look at the shorts over here. 2,600, 3,700 views on a couple of these. And then videos on the channel as well. So we've got a interesting smoked chicken breast video. Now, for today, I'm going to take your longer video. I actually would like to probably see that. But I'm going to take this longer video because this is going to help with the watch hours, of course. And Ryan Parker Studios is climbing fast, which is great to know. Have Fun in Nature is still in the house. Oh, and they just dropped a super chat as well, so thank you for that. PK Adventure Travels did the same thing, so we looked at their channel. And they actually did that for Hats on a Mission there, Jeremy's channel I was talking about a few minutes ago. And then, you know, every time I or somebody in the chat says the word snow, somebody sends me a message on Facebook and Instagram. It was funny because Rob from Curmudgeon, Alaska sent me one. And then a couple more people have started doing it. And I know they didn't do it because I said so. I know it's like different people feeling the same way about it. Because he's up in Alaska, so we know how they must feel about snow. They get it worse than most of us. And then, I was mistaken. Blester Crochet has a different kind of video, so we'll be looking forward to that. Have Fun in Nature's coming up right now. Let me get their channel ready, and I will scan through the chat, see what I've missed. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And thank you for that, Have Fun in Nature. I really do appreciate that, especially because it's your very first Super Chat. There's a couple of things that I've tried to do, to be honest, to like be noticed and remembered and things like that. So when you notice that I will often say that I want to make sure that I catch everybody's monetization celebration. So, you know, there's different ways that I try to return, not everything, but a lot of what comes back here when it comes to Super Chats and memberships and things like that. And I gift occasional memberships here and there, and I drop Super Chats here and there. But I try to do that when people have a monetization celebration. And one of the things I like the most is being the first, because I know that forever after, if somebody was to go through their analytics and go to the monetization and supers page, they'll go and they'll look and they'll see that way back in the day who got it started, and I'll be somewhere near the beginning. So I really enjoy that kind of thing, because these are the ways you can implant yourself in people's memories. I know not everybody can super chat and drop memberships and things like that for a myriad of different reasons. And there's lots of other things we can do for each other that will help you get noticed. The number one thing I'm ever thanked for is sharing on the community tab. When everybody here shares each other's videos, it's one of the best things you can do, especially on other social networks. But you will get noticed if you share for other people on the community tab. JGP Junior. Good to see you in the house. That's a channel I'm still getting to know. They're here in the stream for the very first time. Lucy Grace is a longtime friend. And forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. Boy, am I talking again. Sea Lake Journeys. Good to see you in the house. Fuzzy Adventures is here as well. Now we're moving. Tower Scratcher is here. The beginning of the stream today was the slowest we've seen in a long time. The notifications weren't doing any favors for us today. But, it's obviously always busy here in Tuber Chat, and I'm grateful for that from everybody. But sharing on the other social networks gives it a little bit of a kick, too. Oh, Butler Family Farm needs some snow. That's interesting. I even learned something brand new today from Butler Family Farm, and they're here with us all the time. Josephine Cowley, good to see you back in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. We always put members and moderators on the wheel. I'm going to start moving it again in another quick second here. Desert Living lives on the San Andreas Fault. I'll never forget that now after Grand Theft Auto really gave that whole area a bit of a tribute. And then Have Fun in Nature is up on the screen right now. Now, this is the first time we've got them up. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'm surprised we're not already connected. But what I'm going to do is take your 6-minute video here, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. We all have a watch later list. It's a private playlist, but every channel has it. And I use that often actually on my personal channel when I want to go through things that I'm interested in, like crypto and finance and RV camping and, my random guilty pleasures, let's say, on YouTube outside of TuberChat. But the watch later list is what I use here for brand new channels that I haven't connected with, so that I know for sure when I have a chance to sit down and watch videos and learn about channels, I can, watch, drop a comment. Every single channel that ever comes here and gets onto the screen that I talk about in this way will definitely get at least that video watched to begin with and a comment to go along with it. Whereas sometimes when I run out of time, like everybody does every week, then, my other playlist that I keep talking about, I'll run. I'm sure everybody's still happy for the watch hours, but my bet is that we all run a lot more videos than we watch. But I'll be looking forward to getting to know this channel. They got quite a bit of information on their About section, and they've been here with us several times already. Shorts on the channel have already gotten into 7,600, 8,700 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I'm surprised I haven't caught you for a live stream either, but it looks like you're doing these pretty frequently, possibly even on a Sunday schedule. So I'll be looking forward to that. And I'm wondering if you post those in advance so that I can plan to catch the next one. I know that Jesse Journals and Unboxes drops a premiere Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Tim Mitchell and Chef CV are on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official every Sunday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Wheats Art, they do have an interesting history. I'm trying to figure out why Grand Theft Auto is getting delayed again for what feels like the 100th time. I don't know why I'm so anxious to spend money on video games, but apparently I can't wait to give them more money. Rockstar, I buy Xbox just because of Grand Theft Auto, and you might laugh and think like there's no way, but I promise you that's the truth. It's the whole reason I even buy an Xbox is so that I can play Grand Theft Auto when it comes out. And when Grand Theft Auto 6 finally gets here, I have a feeling that they're waiting because they might be adding crypto into the system, but that's not based on any news or anything like that. I just think so because the rest of the world is doing a lot with crypto, and it would kind of be silly for them to come out with something so big today and not have that included, but we'll see. Alex and Alex, good to see you in the house. Together We Travel is here as well. And then Have Fun in Nature. Hopefully everybody will connect with. We want to push them towards the 400 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. Thank you again, PK Adventure Travels and Have Fun in Nature, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Silver Assassin, Metal Detecting, RDR2. Why do I not remember what that is? So at first when I read that, I was thinking you said R2D2, but no, I see. It's why don't I remember what that... Red Dead Redemption 2, that's what it is. Yes, of course, from Rockstar, which is built on the same engine as far as I understand. What an incredible company. I mean, they make way too much money. Like, dear goodness. They make way... If I had their money, I'd burn mine. My goodness. And then Candy K all day. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, and thank you. Have Fun in Nature. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying it, but I hope you're meeting friends. It's Me, Alec, is in the house, and I'm going to get their channel onto the wheel. There's Tim Mitchell right there. I don't know if his ears were ringing or he might have been preparing to come in the background when I was just saying they're live every Sunday. We'll be looking forward to Have Fun in Nature going live on Sunday as well. And Have Fun in Nature, I missed it if you said it, but let us know what time, regardless of time zone, whatever time zone you're in, because like I said, I'm still getting to know these channels. Woof and Snort, good to see you in the house again. I think you were here the other day, if I'm not mistaken. We try to be here every 3 days or so. Butler Family Farm probably finds it interesting that when I search for their channel right away, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa comes up, but that's no surprise. They've been together, I think, more than a couple of times. Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan. They actually share the camera work on the channel. They've got 116 acres of farmland to share with us in a homesteading style. So they bring us around the farm. They bring us their livestock, which includes cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and koi, and more. And they show us all that they need to do to look after the livestock and the land, but then they bring us into their home. into the kitchen. They do a lot of work in there. Jerry does a lot of work in wood shop as well. He does remarkable woodwork that you'll see on many different people's channels. As a matter of fact, they have generously sent over a couple of things for me as well. If I ever get it unpacked from my old office, I will finally show it to everybody again. And then Butler Family Farm has shorts on the channel at 12,000 for several of these, one at 54,000, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. Now, Jerry and Susan are live every, Monday at 6:45 Eastern, and sometimes it's Jerry and Susan themselves. Sometimes they have a StreamYard panel full of guests. I've been with them a couple of times, more than a couple, and then sometimes they're out on the road. They meet up with other creators all the time, both in small groups and large groups. They've been known to live stream from get-togethers where there's up to 70 channels worth of creators and supporters. They went on the cruise that a few creators went to together this past summer, Cruise in Alaska 25, and they've been married 41 years, we came to learn just a few months ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Their channel's obviously grown extremely rapidly. Jerry's let us know they've used the YouTube promotion system for that. Gail's Health Journey, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then Alec Marcus Glasgow is wanting us to look at that channel today. He's got, I forget how many channels. I keep saying it every stream and I never remember how many. He's got like a dozen channels, somewhere around there. But I usually, when I know creators have more than one, I usually look at two of them. Sometimes I'm sure I forget. And then Tim Mitchell, look at that. I was just talking about you right before you popped into the chat. So Tim Mitchell is coming up next with Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. Now what we're going to do though is we're going to go on a break for 3.5 minutes. We do that a few times during the stream. It's really, I'll get a drink, save my voice a little bit. And right before we do that, actually, what I usually do is play a clip from a video series which is now on the Superchat channel. There's 5 episodes of this so far, a 6th one coming, and kind of a tribute to it. A follow-up to one of the first interviews. If you were to rewatch episode 900, I usually don't ask anybody to rewatch, the replays of Superchat. It's not necessary unless anybody wants to go and see what I have to say about channels and things like that. But if you do watch episode 900, we always do something very special on our milestone streams. And I was joined again by 2 pineapples for a discussion that was less of an interview and more banter between the two of us about our experiences and how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views, and people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on, but the thing about it is that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go It's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. Could be a tag change.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly. What sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here? I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we've went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video. We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. right, we're just about back and gonna look at Tim Mitchell. He's actually got a few channels to look at because he does the videos and live streams for the next two channels we're gonna see. And when we look at what Tim Mitchell's doing on his own channel, he's putting out a few videos so far, quite a few shorts actually, which bring a lot of outdoor footage, and some dash cam as well, which does well for some creators, getting into 1,600 views, 1,800 on one of these, and then live streams. I haven't been able to catch Tim for a long time now. He's on every Tuesday. He takes us on the road for a live stream. He does a great job of keeping up with the chat while he does, but it's during my work hours, so I'm not able to catch him. Hopefully one of these days I'll have an early Tuesday and be able to catch one of those again. But what I am able to catch is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And I have a feeling that that is what he would rather anyway. We have a lot of overly generous creators in the chat. And what I mean by that is it seems that we have a lot of people who are very like-minded, where they truly give to others much more than they expect for themselves. And, you know, I say that because I'm sure Tim Mitchell's happier for anybody to catch Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official than anything else. We're always happy for every viewer that we have, especially when our friends are keeping us company during our live streams and things like that. But Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is Chef Sevi, and she made a special video a few months ago talking about how they had met. Now, these two are always together, both either in here in the chat or other people's chats or in these live streams. And you'll see that Chef Sevi is going to feature a glorious, colorful mystery wheel of misfortune. Now, Chef Sevi is going to help us navigate the kitchen as a professional chef, but she's going to help us understand a lot of the cookware, the bakeware, the appliances, and she's going to make interesting dishes and meals, interesting combinations, actually. That's where that colorful wheel of misfortune comes in. So shorts on this channel have really started to move, because we all remember the days where this channel was just starting to get over 1,000 views on the shorts, and these have continued to grow. And I'm always happy to see creators raising the bar on their own channel and hitting new milestones. I know how exciting it is, I promise you. And when we see this kind of thing, we see 1,200 views here, 1,300 views here, 1,500 on another one, and then live streams on the channel as well. And there's that mystery wheel of misfortune again. So what happens in the live streams, they had a special series of live streams this weekend because they've been on YouTube for 2 years now. And I'm always happy for people to celebrate milestones of any kind. I know I mentioned it briefly earlier, but it gives your audience a chance to celebrate with you and for you. You know, we all are grateful that our audience, our viewers, our friends, our family, we like to say, truly are a part of our channel. Not just the chats that go on, not just the comment section and things like that, but we all build community around our channel. So gives them a chance to celebrate. I was lucky to catch them on Sunday for that. But like I said, they live stream every Sunday as a minimum. And then Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official allows the viewers to help suggest ingredients for the mystery wheel of misfortune. And then she'll spin and be all but forced to put together whatever's going to come up in many different ways, as a matter of fact. And you'll find some interesting ingredients, definitely, including Twizzlers, the very last of the original, apparently, ingredients on the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. So quickly, I'll give you a look at their third channel here. It's complimentary to Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. The unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel. You can tell I wasn't on the computer at all today because I can't type now. The unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel is complimentary content. What I mean by that, when I mention this from creators that have more than one channel, usually gives us a behind-the-scenes, you know, kind of a look at the creator behind the channel we already know. So Chef Sevi will give us a chance to get to know her, a few stories to be told. She might take us on different adventures. We get that idea especially from the shorts videos, and these have started to climb over 1,000 views at 1,200, 1,500, very much like the first channel, and then live streams on this channel happen every every first Saturday of the month. Once in a while they do a pop-up, but they do have a series. They play Cards Against Humanity, which I've played in real life a couple of times, so I promise you I understand. But they play that game every first Saturday of the month, so we have that to look forward to, probably in another, I'm not sure if it's 2 weeks, it must be 2 weeks from now. And then the unofficial, official off-topic squirrel, we'd love to push towards their 200 subscribers. We know they're thinking about it. Nikki Silver Stacker's in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. I put Diamond Painting Yotun on there. I am often very late with adding names to the wheel from our chat list, and I don't mean to be, so I wanted to get the jump on that and get a little bit earlier today. I'll grab another name from the chat list in a little while. Average Growers, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Elfish Tanks I got on the wheel. The Mo Cooper Show, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. MK Gaming 200 Live, good to have you here as well. Quite a few new friends today. We always have brand new channels in the chat. It could be any number, usually just a couple, sometimes a few, sometimes a little bit more. And then, yeah, thank you, JGP. And then Rushing Wind Mountain, Ruby, the creator behind this channel, has been a friend of close to 5 years, I think it is. I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I lose track of how long some of our friendships have gone on. This channel's been here for 5.5 years. I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and many of our friends have been with us all this time. And the reason why I mention these things is just so that everybody can understand there are people probably here today that will be supporting you years from now in your YouTube journey. And the idea is, where is your next great friend coming from? And it can happen anytime. April Showers is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel as well. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Rushing Wind Mountain, forgive me, I was supposed to put up Jeremy D-Day's channel, but I'll do that in a second. Rushing Wind Mountain sent a super chat so that we would look at Jeremy D-Day. Now, he is actually a friend of mine for about 6 years. One of the creators who essentially inspired this channel, Superchat, to even be creative. I'm not the first one by a far stretch to have made a growth stream. There were hundreds, if not thousands of them before we even started for about a year. But I met Jeremy D-Day and several other creators, all friends of each other, and it was very different for somebody like me to be drawn into what I felt was like almost a college type party where they were like, come with us, we're going to introduce you to all our friends, and everybody supports everybody. We all watch each other's videos, we all give thumbs up, we all subscribe, and I couldn't believe it. I thought that was really not just inspiring, but just great in general, right? That so many people care about each other, as opposed to competing or all the different things people can do. But we'll look at Jeremy D-Day's channel in another moment, because he's been here all this time and still comes in as often as he can, which is, pretty much all the time. And I don't expect that from anybody. I know I mention it sometimes. I don't expect any amount of time from anybody at all. I'm grateful for every moment everybody can spend here. I know we got friends in the background that run the stream. I know sometimes people just peek in, they're working, or they're coming in to drop a thumbs up and things like that. And then we'll look at Jeremy D-Day in another moment. Essential Irish Queen, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They've got 637 now, so hopefully we'll get you another few friends. Working towards the 700 I know you must be thinking about. And then Rushing Wind Mountain, I mentioned Ruby. So this creator, like I said, has been with us for many years. They come from the Pacific Northwest, and they bring us nature and wildlife. I don't know why your latest video hasn't got the red line all the way across, but I'm going to put that. It's in my catch-up list right now. I'm just going to make sure that it gets rerun. Whenever I see that, I just rerun the video. Rushing Wind Mountain has videos of all sizes and types. They could be anywhere from a minute to 12 hours long, but always with pleasing audio and visuals, usually of nature, but especially when we head over to the shorts videos here, we see a little bit more of the same, but a lot of wildlife videos as well. And these can have some humorous moments in them, so you can dig through those. But the shorts are really starting to do well. 13,000, 16,000, 30, and 39,000 views. I think this one with 30,000 is brand new. Wheat's Heart still working on the mustard list to go along with the ketchup list there. And then live streams on the channel as well. So Ruby's done plenty of these, and both in vertical and horizontal format, usually with similar pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. I think they did a couple of fireplaces, right? Yeah, that we can use. A lot of people, those are very popular this time of year. And hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain, get some of that support coming back to you as well. And I'm going to look at Jeremy D-Day because she dropped a super chat for him. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And the Feral Grandma, thank you so much for a gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, and after a while I'll add another name to the wheel from our chat list. And then, Josephine Cowley's still here, pardon me. Thank you for the kind words, by the way. Like I said, it's, the idea of a growth stream is not my idea. I was on long before these started on YouTube, but YouTube changed the rules. A long time ago, you didn't have to have 1,000 subscribers or even 500. You didn't have to have watch hours to get monetized. Essentially, I don't even remember what the restrictions were, but you start and you're monetized in no time. They put those restrictions in, and that's what caused the growth streams, which is essentially what a lot of people will call things like this, to show up. So like I said, when I started 5.5 years ago with this, there were already, hundreds of these around, and several of the hosts of those channels are friends of mine today, where I said, hey, I'm going to do a channel just like what you're doing. We're all a little bit different, but they said, we'll help you build it. And they did. We remember in the early days of Superchat, if somebody was to go back, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could go back and watch the first couple of episodes of Superchat, and you'll see some of the other growth stream hosts helping to bring us friends. As a matter of fact, when we got our 1,000 subscribers, we dipped back below because, YouTube takes your subscribers when it goes too fast. We went over to Happy Lux's channel at the time, and he pushed us back over the 1,000, which was fun to do. And he went on to do big things as well. And then MK Gaming 200. Oh, pardon me. I said you might be new, but I was mistaken. So it's great to have you back then. So thank you for that. The handles trip me up. I'll use that as my excuse for today. We got switched to handles, I think, a month ago, something like that, and I'm still tripping. Mickey's Adventures, good to see you in the house. Quilting in the Country, Lori. I'm not sure if I said hello, but I know you've been with us for a little while now. And then there's Jeremy D-Day with one of his channels. He's actually got two, and I'll show you both of those. Vintage Style by Joe is here. I'm going to get her onto the wheel. Fabric Studio is coming in, a longtime friend as well. Fabric Studio has me going. I almost downloaded Lego Tower again. Or what's it called? Tiny Tower. I would think I was going to get the Star Wars one. Am I right about that? I was playing a game. Fabric Studio got me playing a game again a while ago. And then I switched. I got a new tablet as a gift. And I stopped playing the game because I didn't download the game again. But I was thinking about it the other day. Jeremy D-Day is up here right now. And like I said, Rushing Wind Mountain dropped a super chat so that we would look at their channel. Shows you the kind of support people are giving each other when somebody's willing to go over and above like that for somebody else. Rushing Wind Mountain's done that many times before. Now, Jeremy D-Day, like I said, has been with me for about 6 years. This creator on this channel mentions the idea of review shorts and vlogs. They do quite a bit of that right now. They've changed up over the years. They've actually been doing quite a bit of live streaming and even collaborations with other creators. Jeremy's in Wisconsin, so he's got another video coming up a little bit later, I think 2 weeks from now or so. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 15,000, 28,000, 69,000 on one of these, which is interesting to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So like I said, he's been live streaming a bit lately. He's been doing some collaborations. I don't know where the ones are with John H. Shelton. And hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. He's got one coming up on the 24th. I got the notification bell on, or the notification on for that. We have notification bells on for every channel. And then JD Knight 7 is Jeremy's original channel. This is where I know him from. So here he's going to talk about album rankings, reviews, CDs, shorts, all basically music focused. I'm just going to grab the latest video here. It's from a few weeks ago, but I'm going to put that into that catch-up playlist I keep talking about. It's just a fun name for a playlist I use to keep her get caught up. We joke about it all the time. And then shorts on this channel. Look at these: 134,000, 383,000, 895,000. But these are all celebrity tributes. So that's interesting to see. And then live streams. So he started live streaming up to a couple months ago. I think he was even still doing these. So these are interesting to see. And we'll see what Jeremy D-Day and JD Knight 7 is going to continue with when it comes to those live streams. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I see Booby Goats is in the house, and then Scrow's Nest is here. And then the Feral Grandma actually is coming up right now. They gifted a membership, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Oh, for the life of me. I watched who got it, and then I've forgotten already. JC Calamity Jane, she'll be happy to have that. And then the Feral Grandma at 209 subscribers now. So hopefully we can push them towards the 300 we know they must be thinking about. Looks like they've got that 200 locked in. Whenever somebody hits a 100 milestone, we always try to say, I know it's easier said than done, you want to push to get like that 205 or 210, just to make sure that when YouTube does strip us of a few subscribers, it doesn't drop back below that milestone. And then, wow, MK Gaming's been on longer than me, 11 years. They've been grinding, which is great to know. And, yeah, hopefully that continues. You know, drop in, if everybody in the chat is not already at a point where you are dropping a video every week of some sort, you just want to get there as fast as you can. That's the best, that's the closest thing to advice I usually say repeatedly here. That's enough to make a channel grow organically without any help or pushing or friends or anything else. You put videos out, people watch them, the channel grows. The things we do here in Superchat just speed that up, right? The idea is if you could have 100 true friends on YouTube, and I'm not talking about subscribers, but true friends, people you've traded favors with, people you like to watch, people who will be there to support you in the future, wouldn't your channel just really have a solid and strong foundation? So that's the idea. And the whole key behind the friendships that we're making here is that your friends will favor you the same way you're going to favor your friends, and your watch hours are not just going to grow, they're going to grow exponentially, because as you make more and more friends, they're going to be there for everything you're going to come out with, or most of it. You know what I mean? Mr. Fulton Mraz, happy day after your birthday. Mr. Fulton Mraz is another creator who's been with me for about 6 years. I've been with them on their channel. They have just celebrated a birthday. I'm always happy to see creators celebrating any kind of milestone. And anybody can reach out anytime, by the way, if you have a special live stream or anything like that coming up, like for instance birthdays, anniversaries, YouTube anniversaries, and like I mentioned it earlier, everybody's monetization celebration. I try to never miss those. And then Tim Mitchell, I mean, things change in life all the time, but that's where I spend 99% of my time, you know. And there's lots of friends, pardon me, my allergies are always on me. Lots of people will, as you become friends with people, they'll start to reach out, right, on other social networks. So anybody can reach out. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But let's say you had to take a week off or a few days off, or, you know, we never wish for it, but even I've had to do that. I've lost my voice for weeks at a time before and couldn't stream or anything else. And, you know, you don't want your friends to have to worry, but it's nice to know that people are thinking about you when you're not there. When you get a couple of messages from people saying, hey, I noticed you haven't dropped a video, like you're still hanging out. And that's kind of cool. And then lots of friends. Jerry from Butler Family Farm, I've talked to many times before. Many creators, you know, all of our moderators here, we have a group on Instagram and we share a few things between each other, but we give each other the heads up for things that we notice, changes in YouTube, things that happen in and outside of the community and things like that. So friendships are really what drives the solid and strong foundation for channels, right? And for all the different reasons that I'm talking about. Quilting in the Country, Lori is almost at 500, which is great to know. Oki's Eden is also in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. We'll talk about what the feral grandma has got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then my quiet corner, my dear goodness, has just dropped 5 gifted memberships, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know our friends will be happy to have those. Actually, Shantae G, My Life, is here for the first time today, so that's great. Scrow's Nest is a longtime friend. I'm sure they'll be happy to have that. And then any of those members, of course, I'll add to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat if they're here. But my quiet corner we'll look at next. The feral grandma gifted a membership earlier. That's the reason they're up right away. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. The feral grandma is now over 200 subscribers, like I mentioned. And you're not going to believe this, but the feral grandma, I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to take her Butter Battle video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, which is a different playlist that I use. I'm just going to show it to you for a quick second here. Everybody has a watch later list, but now I've only got 2 videos in there because I went through it earlier. I had time to do that. I didn't have time to go through my catch-up list, so I'm running that, or had started running that as soon as I got in from work today. And this video, I've been meaning to watch one of these for like weeks now. She's been here, it's got to be 4 or 5 times. I keep giving the same speech. You know, I told Kristen Welton, by the way, before I started today, because I slid in the door at 4 p.m., which never happens. I usually start, like, I'm up at 5, I'm out the door by 6, I'm usually home by 2 or 3. But today was so late, and I said, you know, I actually, like, really feel bad about not watching enough videos the last few days. I don't know where time got away from me, but I promise you that's the truth. And I know everybody here has probably felt like, you know, you wish you could do more for other people, but as long as everybody's doing as much as they can for each other, everybody will be just fine. You'll hear that in the stories I tell all the time. But the feral grandma, you got to forgive me. I have to beg for your forgiveness, literally. I've been through this at least 4 times, if not 5, over that one video. And it's the 3rd in a series, actually, as you can see, the Butter Battle. So I gotta, at some point, get a chance to watch that. But I've put it in a special playlist. I believe I'm going to have time tomorrow evening. We know Just Jason Keto is going to be on live. We know PK Adventures Travels will be on. We know that Michael's Adventures will drop his premiere as he does daily. But I usually have 4 windows going. I've got at least 3 live streams at a time. Sometimes 4 in a premiere or a playlist or, whatever that is. Thank you, Tim Mitchell, as well. He's doing the same thing and gifting a handful of memberships. He's done that like 100 times before. I've lost count of how many times. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I know Nisa Faraway and Warm Strong Adventures will both be happy to have those, and then another few creators have got them as well. And as we see these members in the chat, I'll add them to the wheel right away. We'll look at Tim Mitchell right after my quiet corner, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. The Feral Grandma just got another subscriber, which is great to see. They're at 210 right now. So they got information on their About section to let us know what we can expect from this creator and their channel. But we see that they've got a bit of variety here. It looks like a lot of chance to get to know them and quite a few cooking videos. I tell people all the time, I can't cook more than just to save my life. I can cook, but just everything I do is just basic. It's what you'd expect, never anything remarkable. But I'm happy to continue to learn from our friends on YouTube here. Even lottery ticket scratching on this channel, which is a huge category and genre. We'll see more of that later. 993 views on one of these shorts. That one's going to hit 1,000 at some point. And then she's already got one over 1,000 as well, which is cool to know. And then live streams on the channel as well. So I was lucky enough to catch her yesterday, a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. And like I keep saying, we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Vintage Style by Joe, thank you so much for a super chat. She's doing that for Quilting in the Country Lori. And I will get that channel up right after. Oh, pardon me. I said Tim Mitchell. We just looked at his channels. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying here. This is what happens when I start talking too fast. So thank you, Tim Mitchell, again for the gifted memberships. Thank you, the Feral Grandma. I really do appreciate all this extra generous support. Usually when super chats and memberships happen like that, I put those channels up on the screen. We already looked at Tim Mitchell's channels just about 20 minutes ago. And then Poetic Tears, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Strength, Patience, Love. I should have known you were here. I'm not sure if I said hello earlier. I think it was Tim Mitchell that was saying hello to you, and I missed saying hello. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Lakeside Laura is here. I'm just catching up with the chat the smallest bit. Let me get my quiet corner ready to go here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So thank you again, Tim Mitchell. Thank you, My Quiet Corner. They both gifted 5 memberships, my dear goodness. And I really do appreciate that extra generous support. It's absolutely unnecessary. That's the truth. I mentioned it earlier, but everybody has a chance to be on the wheel or the screen. The only thing is that Tuber Chat has become so busy, and I really am grateful, of course. The longest we can go is 3 hours because my voice just doesn't last beyond that. And we want to think about our moderators too. We're so grateful that people are willing to help with our channels, and everybody sees I wouldn't be able to do this channel and these streams the way they are if it wasn't for our moderators here. They are all very dedicated, not just to this channel, for which I'm grateful, but like to each other and to the community, their fellow YouTubers. They care deeply. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel right away, but I always add names to the wheel from our chat list. So I'm going to try to cut down the talking, move more into channels. It usually gets faster as the stream goes on. I see Coastal Water in the house. I always forget to do the roll call command to make sure the chat bots are working. That's a fun thing we can add into Nightbot or one of the other chat bots that helps us. You see the way I do that to Just let me know that the chat bots are working, because when you're making promises to people, you want to make sure you're following through, especially if you've got things like our gold members get their links dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, and you got to make up for that if they're not going to be there and take the day off. And then, Vintage Style by Joe. The whole reason I take all these breaks, we'll do one again in another 5 minutes or so, but the whole reason I take those breaks was so that we could stretch the streams from 2.5 hours to 3 hours, so that I can stop, take a drink, rest for a minute. Because I promise you, for anybody that hasn't started live streaming yet, I hope everybody will consider it, because it could be a great driver of a lot of different things. Growth for the channel, watch hours as well. But it can be draining, especially when you're, too on and forget not to scream at the camera the whole time. Desert living, no voice after 3 hours. I'm not kidding. I lost my voice. I think it was 5 weeks once. I could be mistaken about that, but it was weeks for sure. I was very, very upset. My quiet corner is up on the screen right now. So 807, I was going to say 807 subscribers. They got 3 more subscribers as I flip the page, which is great to know. Hopefully everybody's always connecting in the way that we talk about in our instructions, in our video descriptions here. Very important that we're connecting the right way. It's not that there's one right or wrong way. We just want to make sure we're being really thorough. Watching a video that's at least 3 minutes long if possible, from beginning to end. You're free to leave here and come back. That's what everybody's supposed to be doing, right? Watching a video in full, leaving a meaningful, genuine comment. I recommend 3 or 4 sentences so that you get noticed very easily, and the creator can go back in their comments and just click right on your channel, and then they'll do all the same things for you. We want to give the thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on for every channel like you see I do. You see all my notifications up here. Just for fun, I'll clear them right now, and we'll see how long it takes to get back up to 9 notifications. It'll only be minutes. My quiet corner, they've got some information on their about section, from the mountains, lakes, hiking, fishing, arts, painting, weaving, hand carving, my goodness, wood and leather, and bookbinding as well. So quite a bit of different ideas here. Shorts on the channel as well. Like most creators, looks like a lot of random content being added into the shorts videos, getting into 1,800, 2,600, 3,100 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. So this is where we see a lot more of the art and crafty kinds of ideas. It's been a while. Oh, I caught you last week and a month before that. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these live streams. They just did one an hour ago. So it looks like they're doing them fairly frequently, at least a couple of times a week. 810 subscribers right now, so hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. I know they gained a few friends today, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 900 we know they're thinking about. Sarah Prestwood, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Fuzzy Adventures plans some live streams for the future. Thank you, My Quiet Corner, for the gifted memberships again. Thank you, Tim Mitchell, for those also. Like I said, we looked at his 3 channels just a few moments ago. And then Vintage Style by Joe dropped a super chat so that we would look at Quilting in the Country Lori. So we're going to look at her channel right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I'm surprised I haven't seen more videos from Quilting in the Country Lori, because she's with us frequently, but some of that usually comes down to YouTube favoring channels. You'll notice as I put channels up on the screen here, some creators I catch very often, and then some few and far between, even if they're here with us about the same amount of time. Lots of creators are here with us regularly. And again, I'm always happy for every moment everybody can spend. But the YouTube recommendation engine is something that's always perplexing us. Why do some people's videos get put in front of us? And then all of a sudden you wonder why your friends are missing, and you say like, hey, I haven't seen this person around, I haven't seen that person around. It's YouTube doing it. It's because they're showing you, Tuber Chat over and over and over again. We're active enough that I'm sure happens for people. And then, they could do a better job of mixing it up a little more evenly, let's just say. But that's my rant for today. And then Quilting in the Country, Lori. So when we look at this channel, we see that she's going to let us know she's a quilter and seamstress. I forgot, I was going to ask you something the other day. This might be a ridiculous question, but any of our friends that do any sewing that are in the chat might understand, especially Quilting in the Country, Lori, being a seamstress, right? Somebody was generous enough to send me a t-shirt many years ago, a longtime dear friend, somebody who helped me get this channel started. Some of you will remember Melda Armra family. They sent me a t-shirt, and they didn't know because they're in the UK or like in Europe, but they sent American size like 4X. It's enormous. It's like a parachute to me, right? So, I mean, I'm a big guy, but still, that's a big shirt. And I wondered about the idea, is there any chance that I can get that like recut or resewn? Can a t-shirt be taken in? Because nobody in their right mind would spend money having a t-shirt taken in, but because it was a gift, one of the first, somebody who was literally a part of the channel, they've gone on to different things now, but they actually ran a growth stream for a while, and some of our friends will remember. But it's just an idea, maybe a silly idea, but you guys can shut that down if it's nonsense. I'm just curious if that can be done, or if that's something that is something that needs to be kept and not worn. And then Quilting in the Country, Lori. Oh, it can be taken in, says My Quiet Corner and Quilting in the Country. Vintage Style by Joe doesn't want anything to do with that. And then Quilting in the Country, Lori, has got shorts on the channel, 1500, 1800, and then live streams on the channel as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I don't think I've caught you live yet. Let's see when they have been doing these. So 2 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 hours ago, they just did one. So they're doing them a few times a week. Oh, I did catch you. There you go. Yes, 2 months ago, though. Look at that, how long it's been already. This is what I'm talking about. Why would I catch Quilting in the Country, Lori, only once every 2 months? And then some of the channels that I'll put on the screen today, you'll see. You catch like every live stream. But that's really interesting to know. So I'm not going to ask anybody to do it here. I got friends that can probably do it that I probably should have asked, and family and everything else. I wish I followed through with so many things in my life. I promise you, when I go through my own personal list of regrets, one of them was not doing better in school, and not because I cared about the marks. Nobody cares about your high school transcripts when you're 50 years old. But the idea that I wish I'd finished what needed to be done with some of the lessons that I learned, like woodworking. I was lucky enough to work in or to go to school. We call it middle school in Canada, but grade 6 to 8, I went to a school that had traditional art, so we painted and things like that. We had cooking classes, sewing classes, and they had all the equipment. We had woodworking classes. They had all the equipment for that. Then when I went to high school, we had an auto shop in there as well. So I was able to learn a lot of things that I know not everybody is able to, but I didn't finish. And when we were in 6th grade, I think we made a pillow, if I remember right. In the 7th grade, I think we made a stuffed animal, and I keep forgetting to ask my sister about that every time I'm with her. We get together pretty often, but I got to remember to ask her if there's any chance she has that stuffed animal around. That one I think I finished. I didn't do any better job than a 7th grader would do, but I think I completed that. But in 8th grade, we call it grade 8 in Canada, not that it matters, we made tracksuits for ourselves. So we went, got the patterns. I remember going and getting the fabric, getting the trim to go down the side with the colored, trim or whatever you call that. And I started it and never finished it. And I made a checkerboard in woodworking class that never got even near finished, and it would have been beautiful and everything else. And oh my dear goodness, what a regret. But I wish I'd have known, because then maybe I'd know a little bit more of this. I wore it one day. I wore Imelda and Amra's t-shirt one day on Tuberchat. One arm longer than the other, says Vintage Style by Joe. And yeah, I wish that. I wish I'd have followed through. You know, like I said, not because of the grades in school and all that stuff. I did well enough in a few subjects, but for the life lessons that got passed by, right? Forgive the long stories when I said I was going to cut that down today. Vintage Style by Joe. She is going to do a lot of incredible work, actually, with vibrant, colorful fabrics and materials. Often scraps, but not always. And I've seen her take ordinary things from around the home, turn them into beautiful homemade or handmade things, pardon me, that are vibrant and colorful. I use those words all the time. But I was taken away with her channel right away as well. Because more and more as time goes on, I become more fascinated with things that are homemade or handmade, and probably because I'm fascinated with things that I don't do or can't do. You know what I mean? I mean, anybody can learn to do things. There are some people who have talent and are able to do a great job. Like, look at this quilt, 500 pieces that might take, or somewhere thereabouts. In this video, I always reference this because I remember it, but there's a pillow that she made that takes probably 150 pieces. Vintage Style by Joe did something else really interesting too. She makes all kinds of different interesting things, but she really got the jump on some autumn and Christmas content. She was doing those months in advance, which is interesting to see. I almost missed your latest video there. I should put that up yesterday. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. Paper piecing 101. So that'll be interesting. Something different, I think, on her channel that I may not have seen already. Like I said, I run more videos than I watch, but I watch as much as I can. This is how some of us get through hundreds of videos a week, by putting them in playlists, right? And then watching them when we can, or running them when we can't. 2,600, 3,200 views on a couple of these shorts videos, and I'm digging through the thumbnails here because you see more vibrant, colorful things that she's made. My dear goodness, the work that goes into quilting. And then live streaming as well. So I've been lucky to catch her many times. I caught her a couple of weeks ago, and I've caught her probably at least half a dozen times. But she always does a great job as well. She keeps up with the chat. She shows us the things she's working on or the things she's planning for. And she's got a vibrant community around her as well. And then when we look at the subscribers, she's working on 2,700. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Pardon me. I'm overdue for a break here. So what we'll do, we'll go for 3.5 minutes and come back in another second. It's time for me to spin the wheel, but thank you again, Vintage Style by Joe, for that super chat. I'm sure Lori will be happy to have had their channel seen for a moment. We'll see who's coming up next. Right before we go on a break for 3.5 minutes, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. Somebody who's been there a lot longer than me that actually inspired others to start YouTube channels, one that I know of for sure. So let's see what Edna's World has to say about how to get 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you if you're, you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and watch and watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. It's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
Henry Leslie Vermont is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. One of the things I do when we go on those breaks, not every time, but a lot of the time, is I will remove a lot of names from the wheel for people that we haven't seen in like 20 minutes or half an hour. Members and moderators will always be re-added to the wheel. And I actually added Jen Palazzo on there as well from Palazzo Place. Diamond Painting Yotun is still there. So any of our members or moderators, just please be active in the chat and I'll make sure to get you back on there. And then Quilting in the Country, Lori, chicken and stuffing. I thought you could only make stuffing like 2 days a year. I thought it was like illegal or something. I thought it's only Christmas and Thanksgiving that's allowed, maybe Easter. But that's interesting. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you do that if you like it any other time? I enjoy a turkey dinner just as much as anybody else. I look forward to that. But yeah, why not just make some stuffing sometime? Lakeside Laura is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. 1,100 subscribers, actually well beyond that now. They've got it more than locked in. They're well on the way towards 1,200. And monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We get to the channel, they let us know we're going to find singing bowl sessions, which is interesting. And then some Alexa and AI questions. Yes, I remember the fights people used to have between Alexa and Siri when those things came out, some of the shorts that people were doing. Tuesday timeout. I'm just going to grab this latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels, but it's weeks and months of watching occasional videos or hanging out in premieres and live streams that help the speeches get a little bit better as I get to know the content behind the channels. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,800, 1,900, 2,500 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well, including members only content. So it's great that you got some of that. YouTube's really pushing a lot of that members only content lately. Hopefully I'll catch you for another live stream shortly. Looks like you're doing these really frequently, which is great to know as well, at least once a week. So Lakeside Laura, hopefully everybody will connect with and push towards that 1,200 I was mentioning. Scrow's Nest is still here. Alec Marcus Glasgow I know is in the background, so I'm not going to take them off the wheel today. Okies Eden will be re-added. Elfish Tanks will be re-added. And it's time for me to spin, actually. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Look at Scratchin' PPA's latest video for a second here. So I see that the red line is not all the way across. I thought I had that in my catch-up list, but I must be mistaken. What I was doing yesterday is I went to watch this, and I was just about to leave a comment. I think I half wrote it, and then I got distracted or had to get up for some reason. Yeah, I must have not left it there. Oh, Kristen did, though. Look, lots of our friends. Tim Mitchell, Memories and Must-Haves. Diamond Painting Yotun is there. Rich is there. Destination Fun is there. Well, I'm glad to see lots of people commenting for Scratchin' PPA. We'll talk about his content in a second, but I've got that video. I thought it was in my catch-up list. Maybe I'm mistaken altogether. My dear goodness, how did I not do that? I'm going to put it in my watch later list, though, so I can make sure I catch up with that. So, Pete from Ontario, Canada, he's actually only a couple of hours away from me, so weather for him was terrible today. When I had to drive through Toronto, and that's where, like, all the disaster was. But as soon as I got out of Toronto, it was all pretty much clear. Lynn Nioki, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Scratch and Pete PA is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. If you've been here more than once, you probably noticed he is pretty much always in the pole position on the mystery. I was going to call it the mystery wheel of misfortune, but no, that's Tim Mitchell and Chef CV. Ours is the wheel of doom. I should put the name on it there, but I just put spinning wheel. Let's just change it right now, and then we'll make anybody who's new wonder what on earth is wrong with us. Spinning wheel of doom. What's wrong with me? Wheel of doom. Can I put an emoji on this? Let's try to put an emoji. I'll show you how I would do that. I usually keep a window open. This is how I kind of keep up with the chat. And I see Coach Juliet Edens in there. We'll see if I can copy the explosion. Oh, look at that. Wheel of Doom. There you go. I should have done that like 4.5 years ago. It's okay. Better late than never, right? Coach Julia Edens, we're going to put onto the wheel. And pardon me, so Scratch and PPA. This creator, like I said, is only a couple hours away from me. Fellow Canadian, he's monetized, a beloved and dedicated moderator, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube now. But I think anybody that's met Scratch and Pete PA through YouTube is going to say that he is one of their most supportive supporters. And pardon me, I see Covaction coming in. I'm just going to get Chuck and Lori on the wheel as well. Now, Scratch and Pete PA does something interesting on his channel. He just did a refresh, so his videos feature new music, some new editing. You know what I was going to comment on this video, as a matter of fact? I was going to talk about the idea. You see, I've gone through just, that's what happened. I was going to leave a comment and then I got up. Because what he was doing, see how he's got this like game 7 here up on the screen? And then he's like scratching. He skipped the first couple and started with game 3, game 4, game 5. And I'm kind of amazed because the work that it takes, my goodness. I don't know how long it takes Pete to do his videos, but boy, is it something else. And he's added like a few things. There's new intro, there's new music, there's new feature. And giveaways have always been a part of his videos, but we know that from the thumbnails. So his bright, beautiful avatar matches the content here, and then we've always had this hint about the giveaways that happen. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine. So we're talking about somebody who puts a lot of work into their videos and their channel. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production. And when you think about it, so I was just going to comment about this particular video, which I will afterwards, but this creator, when you think about the way that scratch lottery tickets work, if you're somebody who's ever done them, I do like a few a year and this and that, but the mechanics of the gameplay are different for a lot of different games. It's not just match 3 all the time, right? So he's got to change his videos to match the style of the gameplay. That's one of the things we've noticed over the years. He's working on 2,600 subscribers right now. And we know that Scratch and Pete PA premieres with perfect consistency for over 5 years now. Every single Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, without fail, this creator has dropped a video. Either a premiere, or that's 99% of them, or a video, no matter what, has not missed a week. So, if you can catch us for one of his premieres, I missed yesterday's. I was there an hour before. I thought I could get in there, but I just couldn't. If you can catch us, though, for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this here, faster than most others. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm, the Stock Explorer, even Chef CV lately as well. So, very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Did I forget to put... No, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I was going to get mad at myself for a second. I thought I forgot to put Jesse on the wheel, but no, I did it, finally, for once. Mac Movement, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mama Tato is still here. I'm just going to get your channel back onto the wheel. And then there's quite a bit to talk about with Scratch and PPA. So like I said, he did a little bit of a refresh, tiny bit of a name change there. He had to point that out. I didn't catch it at first. But I've known Scratch and Pete long enough to have known him as PA before he started the channel, before he started the content. This creator expanded the content a couple of years ago when he took a trip to Italy. And what he brought us are some Italian lottery tickets and some vlogging style shorts videos, which I think as a style is going to become more and more popular now that we've got 3-minute shorts, right? This creator, though, as well returned to Italy this year and brought us a whole series of Italian lottery tickets, which I still have to go through the latest of these as well. Scratch and PPA does a great job, though, of putting a playlist together. What he does is adds the time that it takes to go through the playlist. You can measure that by taking a link to a playlist and then just going in Google and typing in YouTube playlist length, and it'll give you many different websites. Just be careful with those, but some of them are legit and you can get the time. But that lets people know what they're getting into when they're going to swap playlists. Look, he's got a 5-hour list, a 10-hour list, a 20-hour list, so people can pick what they want. All of his videos in one, which we recommend for everybody. And then if you're somebody who live streams, I recommend doing a playlist of all your live streams as well. And then if you really are able to, one playlist that's got everything. Some of us just run the whole channel, like the moderators here. I think most of us do it. I definitely do it. We can just get a Chrome plugin and it'll give you a play button that lets you just run every single thing they've got on the channel, including the shorts, even though they don't count for watch hours. But why not, right? When you're already running 72 hours worth of videos for somebody, what's another hour? But Scratch and PPA is working on 2600, like I said. Those shorts, this is a whole new series. And then I'll just show everybody another trick just for fun. So I'll give him his thumb up on this one. And what you could do is go into the URL in a browser like this, and you'll find the word shorts in there. But if you change that to the word watch, you'll see that the video changes. It's still vertical. You still watch it the same way, but you have all the regular controls that you usually do for sharing it out. So let's share it on Reddit for him for a second here. Why not? I'll show you how fast and easy this is to share on Reddit. That's already done. That fast. And then easy to save in a playlist. I'll just put it there for now. And then, pardon me while I get away from myself here. Hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. And one of the other things he did, actually, when he did the first trip to Italy a couple of years ago, he did a live stream. So I know a few people, like many of us, will likely be hoping for more. I was lucky enough to be there in the chat at the time. But, you know, he's had a lot of... he's been supporting a lot of people for a long time on YouTube, so he did a fantastic job with his very first live stream, which is great to know as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA, and like I said, hopefully everybody will connect with all of our moderators, because you can see how serious they are in the stories that I tell and the support and the conversation you hear between them and other people, how serious they are about the YouTube journey and helping their fellow creators. And I say it a million times, but I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way I do if it wasn't for their help. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So we still got over an hour to go. I've got a few more names that I've put back on the wheel. I know Scrow's Nest is still here. Hall is here. Canadian Family Life came in. Another beloved and dedicated moderator. Coastal Water still here. And Oki's Eden, of course. things get faster as the stream goes on, but we still got well over an hour, and then Michael's Adventures will drop his premiere. We're going to raid into a premiere from Blessed to Crochet today. And then Elfish Tanks is up on the screen right now, so we'll see what they've got going on here. A Fish Room Experience. They're sharing their progress through the development of this hobby of theirs, and then when we dig through the videos, we get an idea of what they're bringing to us and what we can expect moving forward. And then shorts on the channel as well. I've gotten into 5,900, 8,700, one at 10,000, which is great to see. And then they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and 1,100 subscribers. A lot of live streams. I haven't caught you for a live stream in how long? Forever? Yeah, 7 months ago was the last time I caught you for a live stream. This is another example of what I was talking about. And there's my notifications again, long over 9. I forgot to keep looking at that to see how long that took. Hopefully everybody will connect with Elfish Tanks. They're here with us regularly, and let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yes, Jerry from Butler Family Farm is always with us, for which I'm grateful, and Susan is never too far away. Oki's Eden is up on the screen right now. This creator is bringing us a bit of a combination in homesteading content between the growing process, and they do a lot of, I would say tips and tricks, but almost more procedure, like their method for growing. Compost was a video that really stood out to me. But this creator as well is doing a lot of cooking. And we get that idea here. They do some live streaming as well. I thought I added this video into my catch-up list the other day, but I must have skipped over it. I must have forgotten to do that while I was talking about the channel. I've got it in there now, and then this creator's got shorts. The most popular ones are featuring the creator themselves at 3,000, 4,000, 6,000. Which is great to see, and then live stream. So like I said, they live stream fairly frequently. I caught them just a few days ago. Are you going live every day? Yeah, pretty much. It looks like almost daily, this creator. So that's a lot of activity and likely leading to some of the growth on the channel, which is great to know. They've got a live stream set up for the 27th. So, oh, that's a special one. So they might be live tomorrow anyway. I'm not sure when their next live stream. If they're actually expecting to go live every day, or if that's just been something they've been doing up until today. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I lost track of how many channels Alec Marcus Glasgow has got, but we'll have a look at one of them right now. Now, this one's got 34 subscribers. This is a very enthusiastic creator, somebody who's been a friend a long time. I'm connected with them at least on Facebook, I think, right? Maybe Instagram as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I see Keto Rockstars is in the house. And like a bad penny, says Jerry. Some of our friends aren't going to know what a penny is. They would have never owned one, I'll bet you. Those kind of things are funny. Who remembers the phrase, be kind, you must rewind? Or something along those lines, because some of our friends aren't going to know what that is. I'm dating myself here by saying that. Delightful Roots Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, I have always appreciate every moment everybody's here. Keto Rockstars, that's Rockin' Coach Amy. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm going to make a big mistake here, aren't I? Yeah, Rockin' Coach Amy, I was right. Okay. But thank you for that. The handles are tripping me up on some of these channels. So I, yeah, Scratching PPA remembers as well. Be kind and remember. Somebody pointed that out the other day because I work with a small crew of people, a huge company now, my full-time gig. But there's just a few of us in our team that talk all the time and every day. And one of them is a little bit younger than the two older of us. And he mentions to me the other day, he's like, hey, say this to him. He's not going to know what it is. And sure enough, he didn't know. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of amazing because it was so important to us. Alec Marcus Glasgow brings a lot of variety on his channels. He's got many different ones, like I said. A lot of live streaming, friends on StreamYard panels all the time as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with Alec Marcus Glasgow. You know him as It's Me Alec a lot of the time. He's got many different channels, but let me see if I can get to one more of his channels. I'll just do it quickly here. It's Me Alec has so many. I lost track of how many he said there were, but there's at least 12 here, I think. Maybe I'm mistaken. So there's plenty. But this creator does similar content on all of them. Very enthusiastic, like I said, a couple hundred subscribers coming up on this one, 187 already. And I hope everybody is inspired by the idea that I say that, like, you know, so nonchalantly, if that's how you put that, where I'm like, oh, a couple hundred subscribers, no problem, they're going to have it any day, because it's true. Right? And this, you know, relates not just to the tens, but also the 100s and the thousands as well. Once I find, because I've been through it many times now, once you get to, you know, 500 subscribers is an exciting milestone now. And I know that's become a more important thing over the years. But when you get to 600, you start to think like, wow, this is great. I really am going to get to 1,000. It's still far away, but I'm going to get there. 700 is like, wow, this is real. Like, it's coming soon, right? Once you get to 800, you stop even thinking about it. You're like, it's going to be any time now. You can start measuring out how long it's going to take to get to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully everybody finds that exciting, but it's the same for the hundreds as it is for the thousands. So once you get to 1,000 subscribers, you know, it feels like maybe a long journey, but you're like, oh, if I do this again, I'll have 2,000, probably faster. And it gets faster for every 1,000 for most people as well. And then, 4,000 hours for Coach Julia Edens. Thank you, Rockin' Coach Amy. Let me get those channels ready to go. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Lori's Mini World is in the house. That's Lori's Tech Time with another channel. She's been making regular appearances lately, but she's actually a longtime friend. I think she's been with us for 5 years, pretty close to it. Andre Southgate is still in the house as well. And then Coach Julia Edens, this creator, health education for real world symptoms and aging bodies. So let's look at the about section. We see there's lots of information here focusing on understanding the root causes of common health conditions and their symptoms, and there's much more information there. These videos are perfect to connect with because I mentioned it earlier in the stream today. We always want videos that are at least 3 minutes long. We want to watch from beginning to end, leave a meaningful, genuine comment, and then give the thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on. I'm going to grab the latest video and put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep joking about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. This creator is posting like I thought I just watched a video from you, and it was 4 weeks ago. Can that even be right? My dear goodness. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 4,700, 9,100, And I'm always interested to see how the AI systems are working. But Coach Juliet Eden's ready for Halloween, apparently. 9,200 views on that one, which is great. Lots of live streams coming up, and it looks like lots of guests to go along with that as well. Oh, so I see. I caught a live stream just a few days ago. Hopefully I'll catch one of these as well. They've got one on the 22nd, which is tomorrow, so we'll be looking forward to that. And plenty for us to be prepared for. Setting all these notifications is just in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. We set them all, no matter when they're going to run. I hope we're going to be able to be there, but either way, we're sending a signal of engagement or a signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm or recommendation engine. God will never fail us. Good to see you in the house. Timmy does everything. That was Timmy the Racing Channel. He's changed it up. And then Coach Juliet Edens was put up because Rockin' Coach Amy dropped a super chat. We always honor those. It's an overly generous thing to have done. And I'm sure Coach Juliet Edens will be happy to have had that done. I certainly do appreciate the extra support as well. Absolutely unnecessary. Always appreciated. And Rockin' Coach Amy's done that many times before. Oh, there's Moz 6510 Models. Just in time for me to play a clip from him as well. He inspired that video series that I keep talking about, but I'll mention more about that in another moment. Oh, Keto Rockstar says they're still working on, Rockin' Coach Amy says they're still working on watch hours at 1,400. Okay, that's all right. That's fine. And it's great to have promoted them. So Rockin' Coach Amy is up on the screen right now. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're monetized at over 500 subscribers, which is great to see, well on the way towards 600. And then Rockin' Coach Amy is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, and they said they lost 110 pounds and reversed several health issues through both ketogenic and carnivore diets or lifestyles. I'm going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list as well so I can get another piece of content watched here. We know that she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her when we get to the channel. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,700 views on a couple of them. One at 2,500 with some winter weather. I always mention that because as far as I have heard, snow does very well. I actually put out a couple of shorts the last few days, and they both did better than most of mine usually do, because I haven't put a lot of effort into shorts, to be honest with you. I've just filmed simple things, but got the 1,000 views on two of them, which is great to know. Rockin' Coach Amy is working on 600. Like I said, they've got live streams here, so I caught them a few days ago with a StreamYard panel full of guests, actually. But Rockin' Coach Amy's got guests on their channel all the time, and they're collaborating with others. We've seen her with Just Jason Keto at least once before. She's got another stream coming up in a few days, so we'll be looking forward to that. I think it's on the weekend. And then thank you for another super chat. She's done that I don't know how many times before, countless times. I certainly do appreciate that. Covaction is Covaction Travel. That's Chuck and Lori. We're going to have a look at their channel next. We are going to take another break right this second, though. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series. And thank you, Keto Simple. They're coming in, dropping a super chat, so we're going to look at their channel shortly. I'll get that queued up and ready. But the creator that inspired the video series here on this channel that I talk about all the time is Moz 6510 Models, and he shares information regularly. That's what inspired the series, is the idea of sharing information about how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it. But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you know, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, you know, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage, and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this channel for a quick second before we go on that break. And thank you again, my dear friend, Moz6510 Models, for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary. He's done that a million times before. Keto Simple has done the same thing many times before as well. And I notice he's talking about shorts. Now, I watch a lot less shorts than probably anybody would expect, but my excuse is because I'm on a computer all the time. So when I'm on a computer, like if I go to the home screen of YouTube, let's just say, this is how I watch YouTube. I go to the home screen, I go over to the menu, I hit subscriptions, and then I see who's on. There's Edna's World right there. We heard from her earlier. She's on every Wednesday. And then I'll go through here, see who's on, and start picking like 4 streams or premieres to go on. There's Kicking It with the Rooks. Another colorful wheel on Mama G Gear. She's a dynamic host as well. But unless I see something that specifically appeals to me, there's Wheats Art, then I would usually not end up hitting shorts, right? On my personal channel, I watch a few, and usually what I watch shorts for is if somebody's got a bite-sized piece of information, like let's say they're unboxing something or want to give you the top 3 reasons you shouldn't buy this hard drive. Pardon me, then I want to hear what they have to say, so I don't have to watch the whole 10 minutes to hear the same thing, let's just say. But I have been kind of swiping through. I did it today. I was going through a bunch of shorts. So I don't know as well as most creators here in the Tuber Chat family, probably, about how well the algorithm is picking things, or the recommendation engine is picking things that you want to see. Not to mention, mine would be really heavy because even out of the Tuber Chat family, I would bet that anywhere from 5 to almost 10% of the creators here eventually connect with me on my other channel. So I end up seeing a lot of the same stuff, especially because everybody here is so active. And then, yeah, I haven't put effort into shorts yet. I think that shorts can really help. You know, I always have my opinion, or dare I would say advice for creators. If asked, when it comes to the idea of shorts, I think everybody should be doing them. I think everybody should chop out pieces. And I say everybody, but I mean almost everybody. Chop up some pieces out of your long form content. I wouldn't rely on the AI systems to do it. If they're doing a good job and you like it, and you don't have time, then something like Opus Clips would be great, because it can, punch out 7 shorts from a longer clip. But I think there's a lot of opportunity there. It's just a matter of having the time, right? I like to do everything myself. I haven't really used AI to all of its power just yet. I use ChatGPT every day, and I experiment with other ones, but I prefer to sit there. I want to chop things shorts out of long form content myself. It's probably why I never get any of it done. Mod6510 Models. Here's the channel from the creator we just heard from. And I'm just going to grab his latest video, put this into my catch-up list. He posts frequently, as you can see. And I see videos fairly frequently from this creator. He's in the UK. And Mod6510 Models, of course, is monetized, but he's going to help everybody become a better scale modeler. So his channel has a pretty razor-sharp focus. He's done a little bit of random content and had other conversations on the channel, but 99% of this has to do with scale modeling, and he has got quite a community. His live streams will feature a StreamYard panel full of guests. Look at that. Full grid there, full grid there, full grid there, full grid there. And it's great to see. I've been lucky enough to catch them many times for these live streams. You can see they're having a good time laughing and everything else. And then shorts on the channel as well. So he's done a lot of shorts that have done well. 27,000, 49,000, one at 98,000. I wonder if that'll be his first to cross over the 100,000. We'll see. And he's done almost 1,000 videos as well in total between video, shorts, and streams. So I bet you by this time next year, he'll have put out well beyond 1,000. Hopefully everybody will connect with Mod6510 Models, hear what else he has to say. And in his episode of our videos, that series, How to Get 10,000 Subscribers on Your YouTube Channel, he actually gave us a special document that he uses that talks about 50 different ideas, I believe it was, for YouTube videos. Whenever we're stuck and we're thinking like, I don't know what to make right now, that can give us some inspiration. But anybody can download that. The link's in the video description. And then when I am scanning through the chat, I know I miss a lot. If there's anything anybody needed me to see, just please mention it with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. Chuck and Lori are up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Actually, let's take that break I was talking about, and we'll come right back. we are just about ready, and Covaction Travel is up on the screen right now. Keto Simple is coming up next. Thank you again, Moz6510 Models, for the super chat earlier. Keto Simple's coming up for the same reason. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. We've still got 45 minutes to go. In about half an hour, I'll start dropping the link for Blessed to Crochet's premiere. Michael's Adventures will drop one at the same time. I'm imagining Crafty Witch 232 might be on later tonight at 9 o'clock. And then Covaction Travel, Chuck and Lori, they take travel and their channel very seriously. They did a bit of a different series on 2 different channels. Lori's got her own channel now as well, over the Christmas holidays. But when you watch their travel content, you're going to find all sorts of different footage, traditional, selfie stick style vlogging type of footage. You're going to see stills. You're going to see drone footage like you see in a lot of the rollovers I put on here. And they talk about the process that they use for video editing with DaVinci Resolve. They talk about the planning they have to do, especially while traveling, to make the content they plan to make. And they share that in live streams. I caught them about a month ago. I'm hoping I can catch them for another one. And then Covaction, if you don't mind, just let me know, or let us know, when you're going to do your next live stream, because I missed the last 2. They usually do these every couple weeks, so they might have one coming up shortly. And then shorts on this channel. Let's see what they have got going on here. Some of these have done well. 8,400, 12,000, 20,000 views, which is great to see. But videos are where the focus is on this channel. Now, they've got another channel called Live, Love, Laugh, Lori. And this is a separate channel that Lori's got set up, although they did a similar series over the Christmas holidays. And I'll leave it to you to go and watch that, but we'll see what more is going to come from Lori on this channel. And then we'll see that she's got 14 subscribers right now, so we want to get this channel moving towards its first 100. We know that the first 100 is as challenging as ever, but we've got a community now that can help boost each other a little bit faster. And then Covaction is where they're focusing for now. They're working on the idea of a schedule, but I promise you, I know what it's like. I can't remember who in the chat said earlier about running multiple channels. Now, Alec Marcus Glasgow does a bunch of channels, but they post content sporadically on all of them. For most of us who are thinking about growth and monetization and things like that, I would almost never, no, I shouldn't say never, I would not very often recommend anybody start a second channel. I promise you, it's more than twice the work when you start to think about cross-posting and things like that, keeping up with both channels. It can be overwhelming. But if you already have a second channel, I'd love to know about it. And what I have recommended many times for people is, which I've done myself actually in the past and forgot about, is the idea that if you have a channel and you're thinking about another category or niche, an idea might be to drop 10 or 12 videos, regardless of the category and niche of your original channel. Because even if it was to interfere for a moment, it won't matter a year from now, right? You can always get your momentum back, let your dedicated audience know it was an experiment. But if you enjoy doing the videos, if you can handle the work, and you think you're going to be able to follow through, then I would take those videos back down and break them off into a second channel. It's just an idea. I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but talk about what I have done in the past to bring my own experience here, and then we can all share our own experiences and thoughts, and everybody can make the best decisions for their videos and channels, myself included. So Keto Simple is up here right now, and the idea literally is to take the world of keto, because I promise you it's an overwhelming world at times, and they want to simplify it and literally They have long discussions actually on live streams. I'm lucky to catch them occasionally. I caught them again on Sunday. They do a couple of series. I've never caught a Tuesday one, unfortunately. But Sundays I usually catch them. And the conversation goes between keto and YouTube. But there's a lot of information out there when we think about keto, and different types of healthy eating and healthy living. And the idea of making it simple is a great thought for a channel. So we've got a few friends that share this kind of information with us. But I'm just going to grab the latest video. I didn't realize there was a lawsuit happening over here about the rotisserie chickens. That's interesting to know. And then this creator's posting fairly frequently, so pretty much once a week on schedule, if I'm not mistaken. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 32,000, 56,000, 169,000, which is interesting to see. Zero carb chicken crust pizza is interesting to see. I'm just going to hit this video for a quick second here. I've got the like on it. I don't think I saw it though. I'm going to pull that trick again because I want to put this in a playlist. I'm going to try to make extra effort tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I think I have time that I can sit and watch a bunch of videos. I'm going to add this video into a playlist. If you didn't see early in the stream how I did that, I just took the word shorts out of the URL and put in the word watch, and it transforms the video so it has all those controls over it. I find it to be easier. I just prefer that. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Keto Simple, and obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for the super chat. He's done that countless times before. And although it's always unnecessary, it's always very much appreciated. Love pizza and pasta too much to do keto. If they could come up with a keto way to do pasta, we gotta ask our friends. We gotta ask Keto Simple, Rockin' Coach Amy. We gotta ask Just Jason Keto and a few creators. I've seen some pizza ideas. Consume the Goodness has a great pizza idea, as a matter of fact. All the flavor of pizza without the crust. And then thanks, Keto Simple. But, you know, it's interesting because when I'm in their live streams on those Sunday mornings, I notice that the conversation also includes a lot of YouTube. So I know that you're inspiring a lot of people because they literally say you're inspiring. I see that from other people in the chat when I'm lucky enough to be there. But it's great to see people sharing their knowledge and inspiring and motivating others as well, you know, whether it's YouTube or anything else, but you know what I mean. Loads of pizza options, yeah. Consume the Goodness had a good one. I want to see what you did there, but I put that video in a playlist that hopefully I'll see tomorrow. Let's spin the wheel. Zucchini noodles are an interesting idea. General health, except for Coach Julie at Eden's, will be doing Keto Mondays. So that's interesting to know as well. But we got lots of friends that are going to help us. I did do a diet. I called it a diet, but I forget if it was 2009, 8 or 9, something like that. The pictures are still on my Facebook. But I had lost 30 pounds in 2 months without really trying hard. And I cheated like just as much as anybody would. I wolfed down a bag of chips and a chocolate bar like at least once a week. And we did cheat meals on Sundays, if I remember right. But I didn't know that I was doing keto at the time. I was just doing it with a friend, and I was just doing what they wanted to do. They were like, okay, no carbs, nothing white, nothing, you know, no salt, no sugar, no sauce, you know. And I was just, okay, I'll just do what you're doing. So I think that was helpful. But I haven't done that in a long time. I am in desperate need of some cleanup when it comes to that. Michael's Adventures is asking about the copyright-free music channel. All the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available. Anybody can use it for premieres and live streams. It's on every major music streaming platform and YouTube Music. And we have a channel that's set up where we do a bit of live streaming. I haven't in a while. I attempted to put up a 24-hour virtual live stream again, and it was just problem after problem. The trouble is, because I've taken so many like breaks with that, I know we joke about that, but I've, you know, stopped so many times that the software moves forward, and then now I find myself without the time to learn the new feature of the software that's preventing it from just going live the way that it was. It keeps wanting to schedule. It's almost like YouTube put a block in there or something to stop that kind of thing, but I could be wrong. And then Mama Tato is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And I know we've got, we actually had quite a handful, I think, of brand new channels here today, but I could be wrong about that. But there's always channels that are either new or fairly new that haven't been here like many times yet. The reason why I say that, we're up to over 900 streams now. We literally have been doing this for years, right? We intend to continue. There's no plan to stop, so we'll see. But the best success comes from making the first move, reaching out to other creators about their channels. When we focus on our channel, everybody is watching what everybody's saying in the chat. Everybody is kind of paying attention because they want to judge whether or not somebody is going to be a loyal and dedicated subscriber who will care about their channel before connecting. None of us wants to subscribe and have subscribers that we know are never coming back. That hurts a channel more than anything, you know, more than having the subscriber themselves anyway, if that makes any sense. It's best off if we can plan and say like, hey, I see these creators talking to each other. They've obviously got a friendship going on. Maybe I want to be friends with them as well, right? And that's kind of how a lot of people are doing this. You'll notice some of the most dedicated creators that are here with us regularly are cherry picking their connections, because you wonder, like, how are some of these creators here for literally several years but still in the 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers or thereabouts? It's because they take it very, very seriously. But when you watch their channels, you're going to start to see very dedicated audiences around them, regular people showing up in their live streams, all the things we wish for. And then not even to mention the idea of super chats and memberships and all that stuff, because that happens too. So we just have to think about what we want for our channels, but the idea is giving to others much more than we expect to receive really is the key. And you'll see it time and time again. You'll hear it from me over and over as well. Mama Tato's fairly new here. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. Heyday's an interesting game. I was playing that for quite a while. It's been a long time since I've played, but I did enjoy that. I often play different really popular games because I want to see how they work. I thought for a while I aspired to run a gaming company, and I just, it's not really a one-man show. I put a few really horrible games out, and they didn't really go anywhere. It was more like a practice run, but I haven't been able to make time for that in a long time. But Heyday was something that was really popular, and still is, obviously. One of these shorts at 1,300, which is great to see, and I'll bet there'll be plenty more. Live stream as well, they've got coming up in a few days. I think that's on the weekend, so I've got the notification that I'm going to set for that. I had it on. I'll give you the thumbs up right away because I accidentally clicked on it, but hopefully I'll make that. I forget if that's coming up. Might be right after our stream. Is that on Saturday? 2, 3, 4? I think it's on Sunday, but I might be wrong. You can correct me if I'm mistaken. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Mama Tato. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Blester Crochet's coming up. We'll have a quick look at this channel because we're going to get a better look at it in about half an hour from now, as a matter of fact. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, we got to see what Mama Tato's going to do on that live stream. Not Heyday for that one, so that'll be interesting. Blessed to Crochet is up on the screen right now. We're going to get a lot of spiritual inspiration and motivation from this creator. Of course, they're going to talk crochet, and they focus a lot on connection. The same way we talk about connecting creators here, that's really what they mean, is connections between people. And then everybody will be welcome to meet more friends when we're over there. They've got a premiere coming up right after Tuber Chat, so I've got the notification on, but we're going to raid over there after. We're going to live redirect into that chat, so if everybody still has a half an hour to spend here, you'll be able to flip right in there. And then Blessed to Crochet has got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 10,000, even 11,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well, and they do live streams regularly, so I think it's every day. By the look of it, yeah, I think they're still on daily, my goodness. And then they've got a second channel, so Blessing Through Connection. And again, they're focused on connection between people or creators. And this channel has a few videos on it, shorts that are shout outs for people who've showed up to the live streams. These have started to get into now 700 and 800 views, which is great. Live streams are meant for people to kind of trickle into. Sometimes Blessed to Crochet comes on here, but otherwise you can see they're pretty lengthy, and people can hop in and out and connect with each other. Lots of creators are doing these again. I call them unattended live streams. Many people used to call them silent live streams. Then YouTube, I think, got after everybody for not actually having content. And then I noticed these have started to make an appearance again. And then Jem Palazzo Place is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Palazzo Place is up on the screen right now. This is Jen Palazzo in the chat. They are in Florida, and they have some really wild weather at times. You'll get that idea when you get through some of these videos. They've got at least one furry friend that joins us regularly, but I see they got a brand new video. So it's been a week ago that they put this up, but I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I haven't seen it yet. And then they got shorts on the channel as well. All outdoor footage. They've gotten into 2,700, even 4,200 views, which is great. And this is a very enthusiastic creator, probably responsible for getting at least dozens, if not hundreds, of thumbs up already with their enthusiasm in the chat, for which I'm grateful. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Palazzo Place. She's here with us for just about every stream, and has been for a long time. I wonder if it's hard to tell because she doesn't have a ton of videos, but I think Jen Palazzo's been with us at least a year. Could I be right about that, or am I mistaken? Maybe it's not quite that long yet. But I'm grateful still for every minute everybody spends, of course. And then we are going to look at Scrow's Nest in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Scrow's Nest is up here. One of my favorite taglines for a channel. Tips on cruising, or pardon me, tips on traveling with a mobility scooter, as well as cruising. Pardon me. Their tagline is spending our children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And I laugh about this all the time. I think it's great. Scrow's Nest has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I think this must be getting on a few years now, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've been with us maybe 3 years. It's 2 for sure, but I think it's 3. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I didn't realize you're in Tucson, Arizona. I should have known after all this time. But there's lots of information on the About section here. What I'm going to do is take your second latest video. I know you're monetized already, but just for another couple of minutes here, I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. They're posting sporadically. They did a video a month ago, but shorts on the channel as well. And this has gotten into 3,700, 5,900, 6,400. Which is great to see, and plenty of shorts that it looks like they're taking along their travels when we get here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scrow's Nest, and you'll see them in many other people's live streams and premieres in the chats. I've run into them a million times supporting other people as well. And then Lori's Mini World, another friend that's been with us for many years. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then thank you again, Tim Mitchell. And then Lori's Mini World. This is a creator that's been with us for what I think is 5 years. It's got to be very, very close to that. Lori's Mini World we know as Lori's Tech Time, and I'll look at one of her other channels in a moment. She's got 3 that I know of. This creator found the idea of mini brands to be a fantastic source of content for her. And she just put up a video again a couple of days ago. This one's a longer one. I see ASMR mini brands. If you haven't seen these already, this is something that's been floating around even in my family outside of YouTube, like my, blood family, however we want to call that, for a couple of years. And mini brands is a really kind of cool idea and is a huge hit everywhere. My guess is it's because of the mystery that comes in a lot of these things. I could be mistaken, but if that's how these work as far as I understand so far. Now Lori's Mini World has tons of these, as you can see, but she's done really well with these videos. And then shorts on the channel as well. You see that these have already jumped into 11,000, 19,000, 30,000 views. And then you see she's doing plenty of these right here. Now, like I said, that's just one channel. She's working on 1,000 subscribers, though. She's more than halfway on the road. We always say you're officially on the road to 1,000 when you get to or any 100 when you get to a 100 milestone. So at 9:55, she's well on the way. Lori's Tech Time is where we know this creator from. This is her original channel. She's got over 2,000 subscribers over here. Monetized too, so not lots of ways to support her when we get over there. Lots of tech reviews were what this channel started with, but she's done a lot of video gameplay as well. She's gotten into some shorts, and I've seen lots of her content. She was coming up first for me all the time on Instagram, I think, for a while, because of all the filters and trends that she was using for these shorts videos. But these have gotten into 15,000, 19,000, 20,000 views, and then live streams on the channel. So she's played a lot of Among Us, a lot of Battle Cats. Tetris is one of my favorites forever. I thought there was another game you were playing regularly. Was it I'm gonna make a mistake if I say Crossy Road. Is it called Crossy Road or something? I forget. Plants and Zombies. Lots of popular titles there. And then she actually has another channel. I'll just show you that from her front page here. This is something I recommend for anybody that's got more than one channel, is to feature your own channel on your front page somewhere. They give us 10, almost 12 different areas to feature different things. You see she's got lots of playlists here. She's really been doing this a long time and has traded featured channels as a collaboration with a lot of people. We do that too. I haven't mentioned it in a very long time. I mentioned it the other day. I expect to start talking about it more, but you can imagine what it does to the algorithm and recommendation engine when your channel, like Scratch and PPA here, is featured on other people's front pages. So it's a great way to trade favors with another friend. So Lori's Mini World, Lori's Tech Time, thank you so much. Again, like like I said, she's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's been with us for as long as I can remember. So long I can't even remember. I can't remember if it's 5 years or not. I think so. And then Crafty Witch 232 is coming up. Let's take one more break. We'll just make it 3.5 minutes. I'll give my voice a rest, and then we'll come back. We'll get to as many channels as we can in the next 15 minutes. right, we are almost back. And let's have a look at Crafty Witch 232. And then for any of our members or moderators that haven't been seen yet, just please be active in the chat. I just cleared out the wheel, but we've got time for a few more channels. Mona's Senior Moments, good to see you in the house. That's Mona Did What? Strength, Patience, Love is going to be added to the wheel right now. And let's spin, but we're going to talk about Crafty Witch 232. So this creator is Andy, and they are live just about every day. And then Crafty Witch 232, if you want to let us know if you're going to be live. I'm not sure how long the premiere is for Blessed to Crochet. If she's still in the chat, hopefully she'll tell us how long her premiere is going to go. Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere at the same time, 15 minutes from now. And then Crafty Witch 232 is usually on after 9. Strength, Patience, Love we're going to look at next, so we'll get that ready. Crafty Witch 232 makes really interesting things with a lot of different crafty ideas. So literally cross stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, a lot of sewing. I was talking about earlier, collaborating with other creators. You get a small idea from the videos about what they're making here, but shorts on the channel featuring a few different things now, but this gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect. Some of these have done really well. When I get to the popular ones, you see 10,000, 14,000 on a couple of these. And she's usually creating this stuff just about every single day. You see these live streams. Some of them get into 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, even longer. And it's mostly crochet, but I've seen some cross stitch here as well. I've seen her play a video game once before. This creator does a great job of keeping up with the chat. They do a ton of vertical live streams, and you can see that these are really paying off because the channel is growing rapidly. Well over 5,100 subscribers now, and she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Crafty Witch 232 will be on around 9 o'clock, so right after Blessed to Crochet. And then we know, like I said, Michael's Adventures is dropping a premiere in half an hour as well. I'm going to drop the link for Blessed to Crochet again because we're going to raid in there. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yeah, you'll see Michael's Adventures today. I don't think we're going overtime because I did the unlisted trick 15 minutes earlier, maybe too early. But I wanted to see if that was going to help, and it looks like it did. I didn't realize this was a simple family lifestyle. Forgive me because the handles are still tripping me up there a little bit. So Strength, Patience, Love. This is a simple family lifestyle. They got two different channels. 767 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 we know they're thinking about. A couple of these videos are perfect to connect with over 3 minutes. I'm going to take one of them and put it into my catch-up list. I don't know why I hadn't already been through one unless maybe a live stream was what I'd been through on this channel first. Yeah, they're doing a couple of these unattended live streams pretty frequently. You can usually tell as well when they're really lengthy, like at 12 hours, right? You always want to cut your live streams under 12 hours if you're working on watch hours, because YouTube has a limit of 12 hours for keeping the watch hours. So we usually cut it a few minutes before that. So a simple family lifestyle, a few live, shorts on the channel as well. And then I'll see if I can catch their channel. A simple family lifestyle. Here's their original channel, and this is going to feature a lot more random content, but let's see what they have to say on their about section. They got quite a bit of different information, content, recipes, quotes, outdoor adventures, an aquarium. So quite a bit of different content that you can find on their about section. I'm just taking the latest video, putting that into my catch-up list. You can see I've caught them before, but it's been a couple of months since they've dropped a video really over here. Live streams, they've got an unattended live stream going on right now, so for those of us with multiple windows or multiple devices, we know we got a few things we can watch. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and shorts that have gotten into 2,500 views, 3,200 on one of them, which is great to see. We'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel up onto the screen, and I'm going to add Mona's Senior Moments onto the wheel right before we look at Just Jason Keto. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Just Jason Keto is another fellow Canadian. He's also a beloved and dedicated moderator here. I've met up with him in real life a few times. We're hoping for another one soon. As soon as the weather lets up, I think. It's been just miserable for a few days for us. Just Jason Keto is a creator that's going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Primarily on his channel, you're going to find recipes, a lot of product reviews, things we might find in grocery stores or health food stores marketed towards keto. He can help us make sense of those ingredients. He's probably done over 100 chaffle recipes by now, but he's got plenty of other recipes, and all of them feature just a few ingredients, easy and simple to make. And he's been involved in a lot of collaborations and challenges with other creators as well. You might have noticed the gimbal that he unboxed the other day. Once in a while, he brings random content onto the channel, like a product review. Most of them relate to keto because it's appliances we'll find around the kitchen. But like once a year, he does a hummingbird video. He's unboxed a GoPro. That gimbal's an example. And he's got lots of guests that have joined him on his channel. So Rockin' Coach Amy's been on there. Consume the Goodness has been on there. Many more guests you're going to learn about when you get there. He's got shorts on the channel, and even though these feature a lot more random content, some of the healthy looking and grilling shorts give us a hint as to the fact that they've done well and could do well for other people as well. If that makes any sense. 6,100, 6,300 on a couple of these, 23,000 on another one, and I've seen that one. I promise you that one is entertaining. And then barbecue, this is interesting because he's done a short that's done really well, but that's a barbecue that he revisits because his original video has done well and picks up views every year right around the barbecue season for us. He's got live streams every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. Sometimes it's Jason himself, sometimes he's got a guest, sometimes he's got a StreamYard panel, sometimes he's doing something a little bit different, usually talking keto, often talking YouTube as well. Sometimes he'll do a cook-along stream, and the guests give a lot of insight, their life experiences, their tips, tricks, trials, tribulations, and things like that when it comes to a keto-based diet or a lifestyle. We see tomorrow's live stream is ready to go. We'll be looking forward to that. It's a continuation from last week. And then It's Just Jason is a second channel he's got set up for the content that wouldn't otherwise fit on his keto-based channel. 46 subscribers over here, a lot of outdoor footage to get the channel started, and hopefully we can push him a little bit farther towards his first 100. Just like Just Jason Keto, Jesse Journals and Unboxes is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then JGP Jr., I've got your channel on the wheel now. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is somebody who posts with perfect consistency, especially lately. She drops videos every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Once in a while, she gives us something extra. Could be a dual premiere, or it could be something another day of the week. But Sundays at 3 p.m., we know there's a new video from her. She unboxes all sorts of different things. Lately, a lot more focused on crafting supplies, hence the journals. A lot of collages she gets involved with, collaborations with other creators. But over the years, well, first of all, she does a really good job of describing all the different things that have come in the unboxing videos, where she gets them. Lots of referral codes for other people that want to get the same things. She shows us a lot of what she makes with the things that she unboxes, and then she talks about where they came from as well, if I didn't already say that. This creator gets involved in a lot of collaborations, like the Fall Fest giveaway from Gail Southern Living. I think we saw her in the chat earlier today. And then shorts on this channel. This is where Jessie features a lot of the things she finds in the unboxing videos. Washi tape here, bath and beauty products, jewelry. She's got snacks, she's got stationery, more crafting supplies, and then live streams are occasional on this channel. But her support for all of us over the last pretty much 5 years has increased, which is a tough trick. And if you can catch her, whether it's for a premiere or a live stream, you're going to find a flood of support coming in for her because of how much she does for other people. I run into her probably every day when we're not streaming here on Tuber Chat, supporting other people in other premieres and live streams. And then we're going to look at Mona's Senior Moments. This is Mona Did What with a second channel now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Hopefully I got that link right, I think so. And then Mona Senior Moments is here. So this is a complimentary channel from Mona Did What. I'm just going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like she's intending on giving some of our friends some help with their YouTube channels. They've got a little bit of random content. Looks like Happy Meal videos. Shout-outs for other creators come along with that, I'm sure. Some winter weather in the shorts has done well. 1,200, 1,300. And the winter one has 2,100 views. Interesting to see. And then live stream. She's done a few of these already. I caught you for a live stream, but I must have just been there briefly. I'm gonna rerun it. I'll put it in that playlist I use to catch up with creators. Mona Did What? Let's see what she's got going on here. She has been a longtime dear friend, a truly dynamic creator. She's got friends all over this channel. She's always laughing and having a good time. I'm just going to grab her latest video, put that into my catch-up list so I can keep caught up with her content. What I was taken away with most with Mona Did What's channel, even before getting to know the creator better, is the idea that she helps us with quilting primarily, but avoiding the mistakes that we can avoid and then fixing the mistakes that we can make when those things happen, which is really interesting and I think gives her channel a little bit of an edge. When we look at shorts, we get into 9,200, 10,000, 15,000 views. You can see she's always dancing and having a good time there. Live streams on the channel. So she did one a few days ago. I was lucky to catch that. She usually got StreamYard panel full of guests, having a good time, talking all kinds of different things while she's showing us what she's making. So she's got a couple of more live streams ready to go. One on Friday, another one next week. So we'll be looking forward to those. And of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Michael's Adventures is going to drop a premiere in a few minutes. Blessed to Crochet is going to drop one as well. We're going to raid into Blessed to Crochet. I've been dropping her link every few minutes there, and we'll look at Canadian Family Life for now. And then JGP is still to come up, and I think I'm going to put Fuzzy Adventures on there, and then we'll talk about Canadian Family Life right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Canadian Family Life is Tiffany from New Brunswick, another beloved and dedicated moderator here. And this creator brings us a family channel that features the whole family, Chris, Bella, Alex, and Tiffany. She brings us food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, a lot of collaborations, a lot of Happy Meal and shout outs for other creators, product reviews, and now I believe sponsored videos as well. Occasionally she does different things like crafting and challenges with other family members, and the whole family gets involved in the channel. She's got shorts over here that have gotten into 3,000 now, 5,600, 6,700. I think those are still getting views, and then live streams on the channel as well. Canadian Family Life usually goes live once every couple of months or so, but she'll always have a flood of support in her chats because of how much she supports other people. I probably run into her just about every day supporting other people as well in premieres and live streams. Chris's Creation Fun is her husband's channel, and he does a lot of 3D printing and do-it-yourself videos. He's expecting to bring us a couple of videos a month now. He might do some work on the grow lights for their impeccable container garden. He might talk about solar equipment, or give us a product review on batteries, which are, you know, anybody can use that. Even I've got one of those larger battery, you know, power backup kind of things, but our homesteading friends for sure will like those also. Chris's Creation Fun is now well over 100 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 200 subscribers we know he's thinking about. Next up, we're going to look at Fuzzy Adventures, another longtime friend. And yes, I'm probably going to go overtime every single stream for the rest of my life. I imagine I probably will. Fuzzy Adventures is coming up. I'm never cutting things off when I'm ready to promise somebody that I'm going to do something for them, like having their channel on the screen. I know lots of people here know what it's like to have their channel on the screen like 100 times. So I want to make sure I get to as many as possible. Fuzzy Adventures and More has 270 subscribers right now. They're with us just about every stream lately as well. They're bringing random content, sometimes shopping, lots of outdoor footage. Sometimes they bring us indoors as well. Shorts on this channel feature more random content, but they're getting into now 700 views, 1,500 views on one of these. And then this creator actually has a couple of channels. New Times and New Beginnings is the new name of their original channel. We'll have a look at that. They got 1,600 subscribers over here, a little bit more than that now. They got a brand new video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list, and that's the playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators, mostly outdoor footage here. They got shorts on their channel as well. They've taken us shopping, brought us outdoors for other stories to be told and interesting things to see. 2,000, 2,400 views on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. They intend to bring us some more, so we'll see when those are coming up, likely soon, and then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. This one's brand new for us, I think, JGP Jr., and I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is have a look at what they've got going on here. If I can get to their channel, I'll have to get it from the handle, right? And there they are. Oh, I'm mistaken. They have been on the screen before. So there they are right there. They got a video from a few months ago. They got a brand new video, or not brand new. It's still from a few months ago. Something I haven't run or seen yet. I'll put that in my catch-up list for today. They're working on 900 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. They got a few bits of information for us to see on their About section. And then they've got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 1,700 views, 4,100 on another one. And hopefully everybody will connect. Jerry G is JGP Jr. So thank you for being with us again. And then Hala, did I miss your channel? I think I did. I keep taking names off the wheel when we go on those breaks. Not every time, but often. So we'll just have a quick look. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We get to as many as we can in the 3 hours that we're here every 3 days or so. Hopefully everybody will connect with our moderators. I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. And then we've got a couple of things going on tonight. Crafty Witch 232 will be on in a while. Michael's Adventures has a premiere running right now, and Blester Crochet has another one we're going to go and raid into. Pardon me. I'll see everybody over there. I'll run the extra for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll flip right over. So again, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first 1,000 subs to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen. With loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen. With loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen. With loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.